Hi friends, Andy Vegan. I make a fruit salad today, a rich fruit salad with many different fruit, mostly tropical, and I have a base for that. That's very interesting today, especially because I try the persimmon again. I make a persimmon cream, and yeah, that is like a smoothie more. And I will put this smoothie, you want ripe persimmon, I put this smoothie under the fruit salad in glasses, you'll see. So first I make this persimmon cream or smoothie, and I have tried before. One of the best combinations ever was persimmon blending with tangerines, not oranges, tangerines. And before I used ginger as the third ingredient, and that was one of the best flavors ever. Now I want to try something different. I want to replace the ginger with cinnamon. Cinnamon is also one of my favorite flavors, and it is super healthy. Here I have a little bit of cinnamon here, just a teaspoon. It doesn't have to be too much, because the persimmon has a very gentle flavor, but it's also at the same time a complex flavor that unfolds together with other ingredients, for example the tangerine. But to make it runny, I also need a fruit milk, a nut milk. Yeah, a nut milk with a small handful of hazelnuts. Yeah, I put the hazelnuts in the blender together with some raisins. This time it's the sweetener of my choice for the hazelnuts is raisin today. I have here a small hand of raisins. I want my milk pretty sweet, and the hazelnut, I would call it an edgy flavor. Don't know what you mean. If you don't know, maybe you don't know what I mean with edgy flavor, but it is what a hazelnut to me tastes like. I mean, it's not the best description of that flavor probably, but somehow it relates to the raisin. Raisins also have a very strong flavor as compared to dates. Dates have a gentle sweetness. Raisins have a higher sweetness. They have more calories a little bit, and they have more protein and more vitamin C. So these are special flavors in the raisin that make it a little bit more poignant, more sharp, not like hot, but a little edgy maybe. And that's why I relate them a little bit to the hazelnuts. So I will put them now, the hazelnuts and the raisins, together with the cinnamon, and put a little bit of water to it to make it a little bit milky. Not too much, because I will use it only as a base for my smoothie. I don't need that much, but to begin anyway, to blend these hazelnuts, I don't need too much water anyway, because the more water I take, the longer it takes to blend all the nuts, because they jump away from the blades. Now with less water they can't. For the beginning, for the start, that's enough now. I will let it sit for a moment. I will taste it first. I'm too curious to let it sit. I have to taste it. Yeah, it's nice and runny already. Wow. Yeah, it has this strong flavor, and I'm looking forward to combine it with the persimmon and the tangerine. I show you in a moment, because when they sit for a while, these hazelnuts, they will soak a little bit in that kind of nut milk. Blend it again to make it creamier. So now I combine the main ingredients of my fruit salad, and that is a pineapple and a papaya. I have both small pineapple and a small papaya, both ripe. Yeah, I always get these fruit and buy them and let them sit for a while on the shelf, because then they are ripe. I buy them a little bit before perfect ripeness. I don't need to eat them all at once, because then I can only go to shopping, to groceries once a week, and I get all these fruits and then they have time to ripen through the week, and then I can use them one after the other. So now the time when my pineapple was ripe and ready to use, it was sweet and tasty, like a pineapple should be, and the papaya too was ripe and very soft, so I could peel it and seed it. Here, a pear also has this ripeness. I add a third ingredient, so this is all my ingredients, the main ingredients, and I will combine a little bit. So this will go on top of the smoothie, so it's kind of smoothie bowl. So I have 3 ingredients here, 3 wonderful fruit. I have a lot of stories to tell for each of them. All are very special, all are super healthy, have their own stories, their own health benefits, their own flavors, their own textures. But I think there's a nice combination. Fruit salads are always very special because fruit is maybe our most expensive food, main food. Fruit should be one of our main foods. Nuts and seeds are important too, but they have more fat and protein. And this is the least amount of macronutrients we should eat. Yeah, long time in our nutritional science, in the 20th century, people thought we need a lot of protein. All the numbers were so high, much too high, as we now know, all agree about that. Yeah, too much protein can lead to cancer and many other diseases, not very good. So we lower the protein amount in our food, and mostly we eat carbohydrates. So carbohydrates, protein and fat, these are 3 macronutrients. All our food consists of these 3, the 3 M's. Yeah, protein, fat and carbohydrates are the main. And in fruit is the main food for carbohydrates. Potatoes also have carbohydrates, for example, but here when I go easy without cooking, just to learn cooking a little bit, to explore the ingredients, then I begin with fruit, of course. The fruit becomes one of the main ingredients, main foods. And it takes a lot of water to grow food, fruit. So this becomes the most expensive of all foods in the plant base. And I'm not talking about animal foods. They are much more expensive and not very good. Not for our health, not good. Should avoid. All go vegan, of course. In future, all have to be, I think. So, and it also takes a lot of time to prepare a fruit salad, because we have to peel it, we have to wash it, and we have to seed it and cut it in small pieces. It can take an hour, like make the fruit salad like this can really take an hour to prepare, to have all these little bite-sized pieces of the fruit that can go together nicely. But it is, I think it is very worth the time, because fruit is such a precious and very healthy food, so delicious. Food in general, the vegetables and fresh vegetables and fruit are high in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory. By themselves, they have a very good, very important health benefits. Most of our diseases are somehow connected to high inflammatory inflammation and these kind of things. So this is very good. So I have my fruit bowl now ready, ready to use it. And now I go back to my hazelnuts. They are now creamy. I already see. I will blend a little bit more before I put now the tangerines in and the persimmon. Now I have about the same amount of persimmon and tangerines. You see, nice tangerines, they are now in season. Persimmon, they have been in the health food shop, and not always they are there, but when they are, I get a bunch and take them home and let them sit on the shell until they are soft. They need to be very soft. And then the persimmon, as I found out recently, can be the perfect food. They are so keeping. If I eat them, it can be a complete meal. And I made a lot of smoothies now with them, replacing bananas with persimmons. Persimmon can be a wonderful replacement. Of course, they are different. Yeah, they get thick when you blend it, as opposed to bananas. They get runny into a liquid when you blend them. Persimmons get firm. Now I blend them. Maybe I have to use a little bit more water, depending on the texture I will have. Blender dance again. So this is now what I wanted to know. When I began my breakfast today, I thought about one more variation of my persimmon smoothies. And this was with cinnamon. And now it is here. Let's see what it tastes like. Wonderful. I don't need to add anything. The perfect texture. And here is my glass, the glass for my breakfast. Yeah, I can have several small portions here. So I fill it with a little bit of smoothie, yeah, just like this. And I will add now some of the fruit. They will sink into the smoothie probably. That is nice, that's no problem. I just take from all fruits. Yeah. Now I can play with my fruit as everything is prepared. So I have two layers now. I have the smoothie and I have the fruit salad. And on top, to make it even more nutritious and exciting, as a top, yeah, the dark red color of the pomegranate seeds. Yeah. How to see the pomegranate. You can watch it in a video. I made a video extra for this because they are such a wonderful fruit. They are among the healthiest of our fruit. The pomegranates are food at all, not only fruit. Pomegranates are super healthy and very worthwhile to eat them and to peel them. And sometimes you don't know how to peel them. It's a little bit messy, and then you have the red dots all over yourself. And yeah, for that to avoid, there are some easy tricks, but you can watch that in a video. It's not that difficult, but it's good to know how to do it. Then you have this and can enjoy a perfect breakfast. Yeah. It took me some time now, as I said, to see the pomegranate and to cut the fruit and so, but as I say, fruit is worth all of it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If so, give me a like, subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube, have another recipe every single day, and find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest and Twitter.